and you should all write your names and the opponent's name as well on the score sheet. Okay, tomorrow round starts at 3:30. Please start your games.
with a pretty nice win with the black pieces today against Grandmaster Nguyen. How was the game?
Yeah, actually, it was pretty smooth. No surprises anywhere. And actually, in fact, he surprised me with the first move with 1c4 because he didn't play much in the recent times. And I already planned, some surprise option in case if someone does this to me. So, but eventually, both of us entered in some unknown position. It was a kind of a reversed Rosolimo kind of setup. So we don't have any clue. So it was basically just a new game over the board for both of us.
Yeah.
But then I think at some point he allowed me this after DC4 A6 B5, which was kind of very pleasant. At least it looks very pleasant because C1 bishop was not able to get into the game as quickly as possible. And at the same time, he also has to look after his light square bishop, which is always stuck on A2 after C4, which has actually happened in the game. And yeah, after that, it was pretty smooth because he was trying to get some counterplay here and there. And I just kind of stick to this normal principles where I was not allowing him any activity. And yes, and in the end, it was very easy because I saw once I exchanged the queen, so after h6 and queen if maybe I don't know, direct queen if I would have been much more precise than h6. But yeah, anyway, I thought I was much better, so it was very difficult to defend that position from white.
And it resulted in a smooth win and 5 out of 5 here so far in Mumbai at the Aurionpro GM. How do you think is your quality of games going here so far?
I mean, in the beginning, I was playing very badly. Honestly speaking, I think first two rounds I was very close to losing. Again, this I think second round it was very much lost, pretty much lost against think of Yom Malhotra. So I think those two were a major breakthrough. But then after I was kind of back to what I was doing. I was pretty solid in games, and yeah, yesterday getting walkover against Nitin Babu was because he has some health issues. That was probably I don't know that result would have been different. Maybe would have been played. But yes, anyway, I'm pretty happy that 5 out of 5 is not. Generally, it doesn't happen in Indian tournaments.
Yes.
Not many players. So, but yeah, I will take it. Yeah, in the end. So let's see how it happens in the remaining 4 rounds.
Yeah, this reminds me like just the way you said, because in Indian GM tournaments generally it so happens that grandmasters will face lots of underrated young kids. Do you think it is necessary to some degree to take risks, maybe sometimes undue risks against them?
Most of the top players tend to take a lot of risk in the game because without nowadays, most of the young guys are aware of the theory,
Yeah.
modern theory. I think everyone is knowing
Mhm.
because of all these courses available, and the only, position where we can outplay them is where we have experience. The difference between them and us is number of positions we know how to play this and how to play that, and sometimes maybe we calculate more faster than them. And I think sometimes we do take risks, but most of I think 70 to 80% of most of them tend to backfire on us. That is why we lose the games, yeah. Because what happens is psychologically we get a pretty solid position, and they also do, and they're pretty much happy draw against us.
Yes.
We don't like it,
Yes.
and we kind of do some stuff here and there. And yeah, and most of them, not some of them, most of them are pretty good at outplaying that kind of positions. And that's why most of them are underrated. Yeah, they don't get much opportunity to go outside, but they just, for example, in my first and second round game, I just made one dubious move and they just outplayed me. Because there are some chances where I could take in a draw, but deep down we don't agree for that.
Yes.
We want to win against these guys.
Yes, absolutely.
So that is where this conflict between happens, and they kind of try to materialize there most of the times, and most of them we make a major breakthrough when they're in a time pressure. That is where they don't do well.
Yeah.
So that is where we most of the time bet on, and also when we take them out of the unknown positions where they have no experience at all, and that is where these two things I think is more important. So when you're playing against the lower rateds.
Maybe end games also. These some.
No, some of them are pretty good. Some of them they are well aware of all the modern end games, theoretical positions. But some that doesn't. But we cannot take risk here going through end games. So
Yes.
if they play well, that's it. It's a draw.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Lalit. And tell us, how does it feel to play in Mumbai? I'm sure you have played quite a few times here.
No,
Yes.
actually, this is my.
No?
I mean, I please Mr. Proful's tournament. This is my first time.
Okay.
So I used
And
to play the old Mayor's Cup.
yes,
I think long back.
yes. I
But yeah,
think last was in 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
no,
Yes.
I didn't play in that one. Yeah, and
Okay.
probably mine it will be around 2010 or 12
Oh
something.
my.
So
So
after that, I was not in Mumbai for any of the GM tournaments. So I think after long back, I'm here. I heard pretty good things about this tournament. That's why I thought I'll just give it a try. How things are going on here. So yeah.
that's wonderful, and we are glad to have you here in Mumbai. Lalit, tell us a little bit about what are you doing right now, chess wise. Is right now like what are your aspirations, sort of this year, perhaps? And is apart from playing chess, are you also working on something else chess wise? Like I think many people are making these chessable courses and maybe training some other people. Are you into that stuff?
Actually, chess was honestly, I mean, I dropped quite a lot of rating. So I'm actually working on that. So what is happening wrong? Because if you see, I think my generation, my age group,
Yeah.
Seturaman, everyone, most of us are actually struggling
Yes.
because we used to be on top of the game I mean, maybe few years back. So I'm working on that. And apart from that, yeah, I had a small baby girl.
Oh.
Blessed with a baby girl.
Wow.
So I'm trying to spend time with her at home. And recently I started training few young guys. They actually approached me. And yeah, I mean, quite a lot of improvements
Yes.
on and off the board. So I don't know where it is leading, but at least I'm kind of, trying to accept the present, what is happening, because it is not the same after COVID. It used to be in this. So if you don't accept the present, I don't think you can cope up with your past and future. And you will be stuck in your past most of the times. So I think that is very one important thing which I'm kind of learning. So I have to accept my results or whatever it's happening and whatever on the board. Maybe I should be more relaxed, not kind of that. Not like that I'm giving up. I should be more accept the position. So not like this kind of things not get to mind. I used to be there and what is happening to my all these things. If you think while during playing the game, it's not going to work because everyone is nowadays well prepared. So it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy points like it used to be before. So that is one thing you need to take it into consideration. So yeah, and yeah, I'm also training some young guys. So let's see. So how it goes.
How's that going? Like maybe training, it is sort of your first venture, like professionally training?
Yeah, actually, it's very new to me because so far I haven't trained anyone. So it's also new experience from me, and I don't say I'm also learning there. So it's just an experiment, like to see how the things are going. Because at some point you have to go, yeah, you have to share your knowledge
Yes.
of what you've done so far.
Mhm.
So let's see.
No, for sure. I'm sure you have a lot of knowledge to share with this young generation.
Yeah.
Lalit, once again, congrats on a good win today, and I wish you all the best for the upcoming 4 rounds now.
Yeah, thank you very much.